Hello and welcome to the Rambling Movie Club podcast. This is a podcast where at the end of each episode I suggest a movie for us to go away and watch, and then the next episode we come back and I talk about what works, what doesn't work, and of course poke holes in all of the problems with the movie, as well as celebrate the things that work with it. My aim is to try and do a vast variety of different movies, things like romantic comedies, action, science fiction. I'll basically do anything other than horror. Horror is the one genre that I won't do because I live in a scary forest on top of a mountain, so I avoid horror at all costs. But I also want to hear from you and what your thoughts are on the movies, and also help me to understand better some movies. So I might misunderstand things because I have a different perspective, or I just missed something in the movie and got confused later on. So you can find me on Instagram at the Rambling Movie Club. Feel free to come there and comment and message me and let me know what you think. I'm also always looking for suggestions for new movies and stuff. So if you've got any ideas for movies, then feel free to send me a message on Instagram. This is also a quick heads up, there will be spoilers, because each episode I will go into very deep details. Well, as deep as I can manage, but I'm not an expert, but there will be lots of spoilers. So if you want to jump around between episodes, feel free. If there's a movie that you haven't seen and you don't want it spoiled, then feel free to skip that episode and come back to it later. Or if there's a movie that you're on the fence about, or there's also a movie that you really like whatever your feelings are, feel free to jump around a bit. I should also point out that it won't be just movies. It will also be TV shows and also books and video games. My main focus will be movies and TV and things like that are on Netflix, and also what's in the cinema. But I also, want to bring in some books and video games and stuff. Now, if you're not the biggest book or video game fan, then fair enough. You don't have to go out and read or play them, but my aim is kind of just highlight interesting stories and unique experiences. So again, if you've got suggestions for books or video games, then feel free to shout them out. If you don't want to experience the books and video games, maybe just listen to the podcast episodes about them and just kind of see what the experiences are about. There's a game I want to bring in called The Witness, which is a puzzle game where you solve all these puzzles, but you're never explicitly told how to solve the puzzles. So I'm kind of looking at unique experiences like that. So again, if you don't want to play them, feel free to just jump in and listen to the discussion and maybe chime in and be that wouldn't work for me. I should also point out that this is something completely new for me. I did a radio show while I was at university. I think I did a whole 3 episodes before I graduated and then couldn't carry on anymore. But it definitely sparked my interest in podcasts and radios and stuff. So bear with me, there will definitely be teething problems and I will make silly mistakes to start off with, and I'm really hoping that as the show goes on it gets better and better. I'm also hoping to bring in some guests and they can come in and suggest movies and we can have a chat about it. Thank you for taking the time to find this podcast and for having a quick listen. I hope you enjoy it.